no exaggeration to say 2020 has been a year like none other. Many of us learned what it's like to live in a pandemic. We started sewing masks, standing on X's in the checkout line at grocery stores, ordering food to go, and using words like social distancing. But if there's one event or thing that COVID-19 has elevated in 2020, it's the drive-through experience. The drive-through became the go-to, the unassuming way to get things done in 2020.
Okay, Michael, here we go.
Food banks and nonprofits took advantage of curbside pickup early on.
Usually our guests would go in and sit down, have a hot cup of coffee and relax and socialize. But with what's going on today in our world, we actually have drive-thrus.
What was new then became commonplace as nonprofits handed out school supplies, Thanksgiving turkeys, and even Christmas toys, all in a drive-through format. Everyday citizens combated the growing need in the community by organizing drive-through donation drop-offs.
Let's go, guys, let's go!
Like this one called We Are Wayzata Strong that filled boxes of food for nonprofits.
All of us are relatively fortunate around the community, but there's a lot of people in need right now.
COVID-19 testing was also offered by drive-through. A Robbinsdale location opened up in May. Drive-through testing sites like this one allowed hundreds of people to move through the line and stay socially distanced. Smaller sites like this one in Osseo could also cycle through 25 to 30 people a day.
We see people in 2 different tents out here every day. Schedules are almost always full, and we're seeing plenty of people that are sick.
Restaurants have relied on their drive-thrus more than ever to survive.
It's been doing really well, especially during COVID.
A Brooklyn Center restaurant even got into the State Fair's drive-through food parade.
We have the egg rolls. This is how we do it at the State Fair.
Other restaurants like this one in Plymouth had to get creative to make a drive-through where there wasn't one before, and cities relaxed their rules to allow that to happen.
We have 2 options. We can either sell from our storefront, our doors, or we can actually bring our point of sale out to the curb with our drive-through option.
But then drive-throughs are a lot like parades, and we saw plenty of those. Students rode in drive-through experiences to celebrate graduation.
Class 2020, baby! Thank you, thank you!
What we want to do as parents of grads is to give them something special to honor them at their school. Here at Armstrong.
Parades also capped off the school year for some of the youngest students as teachers took to their cars to drive through neighborhoods.
We're doing an end of the year parade to say goodbye to all of our students before the summer. So excited.
I miss them so much.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them in person. Like over FaceTime and Zoom has been okay, but I'm just really excited to see them for real.
Brooklyn Center even celebrated a retirement for a longtime employee with drive-through well wishes.
I was thinking about the retirement party that one of my close friends had the end of February, where all the past co-workers came and you got hugs and talked about old times. But this is good. This is fun too.
Candidates running for office are generally a staple in parades. But since all the community parades were canceled, one group organized their own. But perhaps no parades were more well-received than birthday parades, and there were dozens of those. Parents organized parades for kids of all ages.
I turned 5.
And cities got involved too, delivering smiles and a few sirens.
All he wants to do is have a birthday party with his cousins, so this was really great to get to show him all the city vehicles. He was super excited.
In a pandemic where people kept to themselves, drive-thrus kept life normal.
There we go. You got it.
You could stay in your car to drop off and pick up, whether it was food
There you go.
or a smile.
Take care, good to see you.
The COVID-19 pandemic has also taken a toll on restaurants. Some of them have either temporarily closed or closed for good. But imagining opening one in the middle of a pandemic. That's the case with the Birdhouse in Robbinsdale. Here's Delane Cleveland.
There you go.
For nearly 5 months, Robbinsdale's newest restaurant, the Birdhouse, has satisfied the hunger of people craving American comfort food.
French fries fly out the door, French fries and tots.
Sweet potato fries, regular fries, that's what I like.
Fries are always a classic, but you also can't go wrong with one of the Birdhouse burgers.
We had it last week and my dad was just raving over the burger.
Okay.
For that, you can thank owner Nell Curry Dykehouse.
My thing was always I like burgers, so I just always really wanted to make sure we had some good burgers on the menu. I would say we sell a lot of Juicy Lucy's.
Since opening August 3rd, The family-owned restaurant along West Broadway has become a fan favorite of people in the neighborhood.
Just trying to support the local shops in Robbinsdale. We've been hearing a lot on social media about Bird House and wanted to come in and give them as much money as we can.
It's a sentiment that means a lot to the owners of the Birdhouse, who've learned that even with delicious offerings on the menu, opening a restaurant in the middle of a pandemic has been challenging.
Because we've never been able to operate full capacity to date, that has been really hard for us to try to cover the big construction costs that we put into it and get on our feet.
And because the Birdhouse wasn't open when COVID first hit, she says they didn't qualify for the small business relief programs offered by Hennepin County. So to prevent the restaurant from closing, the Birdhouse launched a GoFundMe page just before Christmas to ask for help.
Not what somebody wants to do is to have to, ask for help or ask for donations. I don't think we ever expected to be in this position. However, we are at a point that it's necessary in order for us to stay open. Hi, are you picking up food?
For now, they'll continue serving takeout orders for the loyal customer base they've amassed in these few short months, with the hope that 2021 has brighter days ahead.
They've shown on social media that they're in for the long haul, and we'd like to help them with that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support.
In Robbinsdale, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.